Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I created this New Year's Eve party makeup look. I know we're not supposed to party and I definitely would not recommend that you party, but I still wanted to create a New Year's Eve makeup look and this is what I came out with. It's very icy, very silvery, very fun. I even have this like little accent going on underneath my wing. So if you would like to know how I achieved this makeup look, please keep on watching and I would love it if you guys watched my video until the end. But yes, thank you so much for watching and let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start off with, you guessed it, priming my skin. And since it's New Year's Eve, we are going to go all out and really prep our skin really super well. The first thing that you need to make sure is that your skin is well moisturized and you've done all your skincare underneath. I think it goes without saying, but I don't know, I just wanted to remind you guys. First, I'm going to go in with this Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer. I absolutely love this primer. It fills in your pores and it also moisturizes. I'm going to warm it up in between my fingers. I feel like a drugstore dupe of this, and even a dupe of this in general, since this is not available in the Indian market, is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. They look and feel quite similar, although I would 100% prefer this over the NYX one because I do get a way better result with this. And I'm going to start tapping on the areas that I have the most pores, which is my nose and this area. With this primer, you don't want to use a lot because it can end up pilling on your skin. Next thing I want to try out from Tatcha is the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I've also heard a lot of good things about that one and a lot of people actually prefer that one over this one, and I would like to know why. The next step, I'm going to use this Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer Base. I thought it's a New Year's Eve look, so let's just use something glowy. I'm going to shake this up real well. You always want to shake up all your foundations, all your, like anything liquid, just shake it up and give it a nice mix. I've taken one pump of the primer and I'm going to apply it on my high points. Starting off with my cheeks, then moving on to my nose or the bridge of my nose, and here on my chin, and then also here. What this does is it gives you a glow from within look because you're not putting it over foundation. So what it does is it kind of peeks through the foundation and it looks like your skin is glowy and healthy. I literally just need an excuse to use this primer because I absolutely love each and every time I do my makeup using this primer. The result is always so good. If you like a glowy base, definitely look into getting this primer. Just make sure with each and every step you are nicely massaging it into the skin, and also in between each step just at least stop and wait for 1 minute so that each primer gets enough time to sink into your skin. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let this sink into my skin for about 2 minutes. I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer in Pure Beige to color correct underneath my eyes. I'm going to take my favorite beauty sponge. This is from Wet n Wild and it's damp. I always use my beauty sponge damp. I'm going to keep stamping and pressing in the area that I want the most coverage in, because if I go like this, all the product is going to get distributed everywhere, which I don't want because it'll kind of lose its point and I won't have the coverage where I want it. I think my biggest tip for flawless makeup would be, especially a flawless base, would be to use as little product as possible. For example, if your eyes don't need color correcting, if you don't have acne spots, basically you don't have any discoloration, don't do this step. Like, try to skip as many steps as you can in your base routine, because obviously that will reduce the amount of layers that go on your face and it just makes your face look a lot fresher and also a lot younger, in my opinion. When you put on all these layers of makeup, it kind of ages you. I don't know if it's just me. Honestly, the reason why I love makeup is because I like the process of like putting on makeup. It kind of soothes me. I like watching other people put on makeup. That is how I started like my makeup journey, watching makeup videos on YouTube. I'm sure that's how you started your makeup journey as well. So for foundation, I'm going to mix these two. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer in warm beige, kind of a little bit too dark for me. And this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturiser, and this is a little bit light for me. Also, this is extremely light coverage and this is full coverage. So for me, when you mix them together, not only do I get the perfect coverage, I also kind of get the perfect color. So I've kind of used the back of my hand as a mixing palette and I've created this perfect shade for me. I think it does look pretty good. And I'm going to try to use again the least of this foundation as possible. I'm taking the same Wet n Wild beauty sponge and I'm going to blend it out. Avoid putting your foundation underneath your eyes if you're going to use two concealers, because if you also put your foundation, that's 3 layers of makeup, and that means it's so much easier for your under eye area to crease. So the least amount of product that you can sort of afford to put underneath your eyes, the best in terms of avoiding creasing underneath your eyes. So December is my birthday month. In fact, my birthday was just yesterday, and I don't know, it just got me thinking, when is your birthday? Let me know in the comments down below. I would literally absolutely love to know when your birthday is. Next up, I'm using this Makeup Revolution stick foundation. It's in the shade F14 and it is, as you can see, extremely dark for me. So of course I'm going to use it to contour my face. I've seen with this foundation that you want to blend it out immediately. Like, I've applied it here and I'm going to immediately blend it and then move on to other areas. Basically, you want to work with this in sections because it dries up and then it can get a little bit patchy. But if you don't let it dry up, it's actually quite beautiful. This is the result. I think it's pretty good. It definitely gave me a little like hollow of the cheek. It wasn't there before. So definitely defined my cheek real well. I mean, look at this side versus this side. It's good. So with bronzer or contour, you also want to push it into your hairline, because otherwise obviously it'll be a very like dead giveaway that you're wearing foundation, you're wearing makeup, you're wearing bronzer. It's going to look weird. I was contouring my nose and I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do it and like basically the technique. I create the 2 lines of contour here and then I kind of join it with my eyebrows here, as you can see. It just gives the contour a very natural look. And then whenever I'm using a cream contour, I like to like blend it like this, because it blends better with the fingers and I feel like I have more control. Let's move on to highlighting a face, and for that I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This is in the shade Amber. And this is an extremely like full coverage concealer. However, it's not too thick, which I absolutely love, because that means it has a lot of pigment. This product is very heavy duty. You need a little amount of it. That is why I'm using just this much, and it'll be enough to like fully highlight underneath my eyes. I'm actually using my fingers to blend this out. You can use a sponge or a brush, whatever you prefer. I've also put it like here on my nose area, like the lower portion, to create a contrast between my contour. It kind of highlights the contour even more. So you see how flawless it makes your under eye area. So now I'm going to highlight here and then a little bit on my nose as well, just a tiny amount. This is enough. And then a little bit here. Also using the tiniest amount here to clean up underneath my contour. Next up, I'm taking this Huda Beauty Demi Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade SheEO. It's a very muted pink color. I'm going to use it for my blush. Actually, this is a lot because this product is highly pigmented. I mean, it's a liquid lipstick. Obviously, it's not meant to be used as a blush, but I absolutely love the result this gives when used as a blush. You see that? Oh my god, it's so cute. Let's set our face because we're done with all our cream work. And for that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is in the shade 15 Light. I'm going to start with setting underneath my eyes as always, because this is where like my face creases the most. And right now what I'm doing is I'm tapping out my creases so that I don't set them. I like to do this one eye at a time. I will tap out the creases and then I will immediately, like I have my brush ready, I will immediately go in with it. Also setting my eyelids. Alright, now I'm going to set my entire face and I'm going to use the same powder for that. I'm doing my eyebrows now, just combing through with a spoolie. This is a duo-ended brush by Faces Canada. I don't really like the spoolie side of it at all. I'm sorry, I meant the brush side of it. The spoolie on here is actually quite good. I'm just trying to get out any excess product from my eyebrows, whether it's from the powder, the contour, the foundation, anything could have gotten, you know, in my eyebrow. Using these two colors from the Jaclyn palette, this is more like a dark brown and this is a black. I'm going to mix them together and use on my eyebrows. I'm actually going to use a spoolie on my brows just to blend all the product in quite well into my brows. So I want to know, do you guys actually like seeing me do my brows on camera? Because most of the times I do it off camera. I either already have them on or I'll, you know, do it afterwards, but I don't really show it on here because I feel like some people find it boring. But if you like seeing me do my brows, or at least if you would like to see what products I use on my brows, just let me know, I guess. Let's move on to our eyes, and our eyes are going to be extremely simple but extremely like glittery and New Year's Eve appropriate, and it's going to be super easy. I'm going to use this PAC Ultimate Eyeshadow Box. This is in Smoked Out Sass. It's actually quite a good dupe of the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. I know that one is literally always sold out on Nykaa. I tried getting it, but literally it's always sold out on Nykaa, and also it's, I think, double what this costs. So if you can't get a hand on the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette, get this. I will have the Huda Beauty palette on screen just so you can compare the two palettes, like literally the same colors. I'm going to start off with this color. I'm pretty sure you can find this color in your collection somewhere in some palette or in a single eyeshadow form because it's not that unique. I'm going to pick it up on a brush like this. It's kind of like a flat shader brush, but it's a little bit more like fluffy. And I'm going to place it here, slightly above my crease. And if you want, you can also connect it to the contour that we placed here. That will give our eyes a nice effect. I'm actually also going to place it here and kind of create this V on the outer corner and then blend it on my outer corner like this. Now that I've placed the color where I want it to be, I'm going to blend it with the same brush with these tapping motions. I'm taking this shade on the same brush. I have, however, cleaned the brush, and I'm going to place it here and also blend out the first color that we laid. I'm going to pick up this silver shade on my finger and I'm going to press it right in the middle of my eye like this. And I'm just pressing it here. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush and blend out the edges. Going into this white shade, it's not a matte shade. I feel like it's coming off as a matte shade on camera. Yeah, but it's not a matte shade. It's actually quite iridescent. I'm going to pick it up on a brush like this and put it in my inner corners for that blinding inner corner highlight. And I'm also going to use it underneath my brows. Okay, so I decided to put that silver glitter pretty much all the way from here up until here. I'm taking the same brown shade, this one over here that we used on our crease. I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line with this and connect it to a top one here. I'm taking the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black and I'm going to line my eyes and I'm going to create a wing with this. So I try to keep my liner extremely thin in the inner corners, and then as I go out I make it a little bit thicker. I'm going to take this Swiss Beauty Liquid Metallic eyeshadow. It's extremely cheap but extremely good, and it's in the shade 02. However, I do have to say it kind of sometimes stings my eye. I've picked up the product from the wand on an angular brush like this. I'm going to place this underneath. So what I did was I used that Swiss Beauty Liquid Metallic eyeshadow. I placed it here underneath my wing, and then I used the silver eyeshadow that we used on our eyelids. Placed that on top of that and it gave me this silvery kind of effect. I think it looks super cool in real life. They've definitely named this eyeliner correctly. It truly is epic because this is the most even my eyeliner has been in years. And it was so easy to get it. Usually I have to like remove a bit of this, add a little bit here. You know, I have to fix it a lot to get them to be somewhat similar. It was quite easy with this. So I just want to recommend this eyeliner if you're looking for an eyeliner. I will have a link to this eyeliner and all the products that I used in today's video in my description box. So don't forget to check it out. Let's shift back to our base for a minute. I'm going to use a highlighter, and it's going to be this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. It's in the shade Opal. Absolutely love it for my skin tone, and if you're lighter than I actually feel like this will look good on a lot of different skin tones. And yes, mine is broken, but it still works. You can also skip this part if you want to, but I just thought it'll look nice for New Year's Eve makeup to add a little bit of extra bling to the look. I'm using the Faces Lip Contour Pencil in Cafe Latte, and I'm going to overline my lips a little bit. Now for my lipstick, I'm going to use the same Huda Beauty Demi Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade SheEO. To top it all off, I'm going to use this Nykaa Demi Matte Lip Cream, I think it's called. Basically, it's the same thing as the Huda Beauty one, and this is in the shade On Fleek. I absolutely love this one as well. I'm going to use the PAC Micro Finish Makeup Fixer. I feel like it's a good dupe to the MAC Fix Plus. However, if I had to choose one, I would choose the MAC Fix Plus because, I don't know, it just gives a better result. But the mist on this is way finer than the MAC Fix Plus, so if that is something that you really want, get this. I think it's half the price of the MAC Fix Plus or even less, and it still does a pretty similar job. So if you're looking to get a nice hydrating setting spray, get this one, or if you do want to invest, get the MAC one. You know how you close your eyes to spray the setting spray? I actually have to open my eyes when I'm spraying this because the mist on this is so fine. I don't even feel it on my face if I close my eyes and spray. I completely forgot to put mascara or anything on my lashes. We definitely cannot skip lashes because seriously they make the hugest difference. For that, I'm going to use not one but two mascaras, and actually both of them are from the drugstore and both are from Maybelline. This is, I think, a newer release. So this is the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. Absolutely floored by this mascara. Ever since I started using this, I'm in love with this. And then this has been my favorite for literally, I don't even know how many years. But hear me out. When you combine these, your lashes are literally going to touch your eyebrows. I'm going to start off with the Lash Sensational. Another tip for really long lashes would be to kind of roll your mascara wand at the base, at the very root of your lashes. I feel like it really lifts them up and makes them look even longer. I've done one coat of the Lash Sensational and I'm immediately going to go in with the Falsies Lash Lift before the previous mascara gets a chance to dry. And I'm going to use the same rolling technique with this mascara as well. And I'm also applying one coat of the Falsies one to my lower lashes. This is the done eye and this is the not done eye. I think the difference speaks for itself. I even have quite a thick eyeliner going on and you can still kind of see my lashes above it. Okay, so this is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and I hope you recreate this look, and if you do, please don't forget to tag me on your Instagram stories, on your Instagram posts, on Twitter, on Facebook. All my social media handles are linked in my description box. I literally love seeing your recreation of my looks and I love reposting them. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you want more beauty content, consider subscribing to my channel. And I think that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.